time for this slot, but of course we have a lot of time in the end of my slides to talk about it, and if you have any questions, so at the end of the slides we can discuss everything you want to know. And yeah, let's just introduce myself a little bit, deep dive. So my name is Christian Kirsch. I'm the founder and managing director of PASSION4IT. I'm 40 years now, old, because when I look at you and your younger faces down there, seems to be an old guy here. I'm married, I have 2 sons. My little one is 6 years, my older one is 14. And now I'm for 22 years in the IT industry, in the IT branch. I started my career as a developer, then headed on to be an SAP consultant in an international environment. And a lot of years I was responsible for IT departments for international companies in the manufacturing industry. And in 2019, I founded the PASSION4IT. First of all, a one-man show, just me. It was a cool year, the first one. And now we have around about 40 plus customers, medium-sized companies in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And the team is 8 people at the moment, 8 employees, and we are getting 1 more in January. So we've been then 9 in the beginning of next year. In 2021, we made 1.8 million euro revenue, just to give you a short idea about the stability and about the financial topics here. We have 4 core values, which are very, very special for us, and which you will learn about if you work with us, some maybe in later on. So the biggest or the most important value for us is trust. We live a very trusted cooperation in our team internally and as well with our customers, and this is based on an absolutely honesty and an absolutely open communication and transparency. Not everyone likes this, to be honest, at this point, but for us it's very, very important, because we with our digitalization consulting and with our projects, we are changing a lot of things. I'll come to this topic later on, and then a trustful environment is very important for it. Second one is innovation. Of course, we are a consulting company. We do digital solutions. We drive digitalization in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And of course, we are keen on innovative solutions, innovative techniques and technologies, and also on. We are acknowledging one of the top 100 most innovative companies in Germany. We received the prize for this in this year, and we are very, very happy about it. Third one is responsibility. Responsibility for our social environment. So the last months we collected old laptops from our customers. We cleaned them, we set it up as with a new Linux on it, and we handed it over to students and schools for students which have not the opportunity to access digital education. That's for our social thing. And the other hand is our ecologically solution, environmental protection. So we donate 1% of our annual sales revenue. And the slide before, I gave you an idea what we've done last year. And 1% of that we are donating to environmental protection organizations, because we strongly believe that digitalization can be a game changer as well for the climate change. And but at the moment, a few things you just can handle with hard money and not only with digital projects. And the last but not least, and I guess every consulting company will have this on a slide, we have, of course, a customer obsession. This is what lets us get out of bed in the morning, because we are really, really focused on the success of our customers, on the common success, on the projects, and to give really digital benefits within our projects. And therefore we received the Hype Award. So 2 awards, we are very proud of it, the top 100 and the Hype Award for our customer service. And as well, in the beginning of the year, my first book has been published, Digital Mindset. You can buy it everywhere. You can buy books today, so just go on to Amazon and you can buy it, of course. Or just to give you a hint, you can get one exemplar if you just leave us your contact data on our website. Then we will send you one book as well if you want it, and I would be very happy to get your feedback and maybe an Amazon retention of it. Yeah. So what we are doing for our customers, our main topic is IT strategy consulting. So that means we analyze the actual situation of the customer, we analyze the people, we analyze the business model and the market environment, and of course the IT landscape. And regarding of these points, we are doing a benchmark with best practice scenarios out there on the market and develop a digital roadmap which covers more or less the next 3 to 5 years. And throughout these roadmaps, several IT projects come up. So maybe the customer needs a new ERP system, needs a new CRM system for his customer relationship management, needs some digital HR solutions for enhancing his recruiting or onboarding process, or setting up a digital personal file to get rid of all those paper, or set up some digital work processes to collaborate digital with internal and external people. And in these projects, we also support the customers, we guide them through, we do a lot of all those architectural things, do the concepts, and do, of course, the project management. And more and more important topic is coming up with the change management, because we are changing a lot of things when we come to a customer, because that's the nature of our projects. And we have to handle this change. We have to keep all the people, all the employees on track, and keep all on this road. And therefore, a good change management is exactly the same, much more important than a good project management. Yeah, a few icons. So just to give you an idea for what customers we are doing, all those things. We have no industry focus. More or less, we have no there are several different companies from all sizes. So the smallest customer has 7 employees, the biggest one has 30,000. So really sweet spot is, I guess, between 25 and 500 employees. That's where we are really good and what's really matching to us and to our approach. And therefore, just to give you an idea where we can do it. So, and son, let's have a little deep dive in how the digitalization in Germany is at the moment. What's the current situation as we are facing it in our projects and at our customers? First of all, I took a look in the Digital Riser report. You can just Google it. You can download it. It's very interesting. And the left image is not a screenshot from the Eurovision Song Contest. So don't get it wrong. It's the Digital Riser report 2021. And if you couldn't find Germany, we are down here. So on the very bottom, it's the state of our digital level. It's very, very highly sophisticated how it's been analyzed. And this is a change from the last year. So we lost 176 points. Wow. So a lot of bigger companies like Malta, like Croatia, like Luxembourg are far, far away. And we are on the very behind. The second thing I want to show you is the paper consumption in kilogram per person. So this is a statistic from 2018, but I think it's not getting better in 2022. So we are consuming 241 kilos of paper per person. Isn't that ridiculous? Because when you look at China or India, they have a lot less of paper consumption. Why is it so? What's the problem in Germany? What's the problem? Of course, it's the same in Austria and Switzerland, to just take this one ahead. So this brings me to one question. Do you know an opossum? I not mean personally, I mean the animal. The animal is looking like this one. Is a little fluffy animal, very cute, very nice, and he has a very, very interesting survival strategy. So when the lion comes around, the opossum just plays dead man. And I just want to mention that no animal has been harmed during this presentation. This opossum is not dead now because it's just playing the dead man, and the lion comes and says, "Ooh, I don't like dead animals, I like fresh meat," and goes away. And the opossum stands up and says, "Hey, cool, lion is gone, so let's go on with my life." What has this to do with digitalization? And the sad truth is that most of our customers in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland are responding in exactly the same way to the digitalization, just playing the dead man. And from my point of view, it's absolutely understandable, because digitalization means change in light speed, and we are changing a lot of things in a very, very, very few times. And this scares people. And when people are scared, one reaction is to playing the dead man. In the IT, maybe you know it, there is the Moore's law. On a very simple level, it says that the computer power will double every 2 years. So this means more power, more digitalization, more potential, and more change in less time. So it's not getting better. It's always getting worse. More change, more change, more change, more fear with down there in all those companies. But you have to see the digitalization as an opportunity. And thank God, a few of our customers and a few of the companies out there do this way and take this challenge and go on. From my point of view and from my experience, there are 3 success factors for really successful digitalization in a company. Of course, from bottom to top, the IT department is the driver of digitalization. This is where all this magic happens, where all this technology happens. But here is as well a change needed. We don't need to service our exchange server in the cellar. We need to be a consultant for the business units, and then the IT can get to the driver of the digitalization. The second thing, it's all about people. And companies need to empower their people, their employees, to master all those challenges that are coming up. We are living in a very fast-changing world, as I stated before, and we are needing completely new or different skills than in the past. And there's where the HR, the human resource department, comes in the game, because those guys are responsible for the people in a company, and they have to guide them and have to take them with them on this journey. And of course, you need a digital mindset. And this is nothing what's happening when you're snipping with your fingers. It's happening along this journey and along all those projects. You need a mindset change in all those peoples. You need a new way of work. You need another way to handle just challenges and problems. And you have a curiosity and a fun thing when you're using new technologies and methods. So at this point of those presentations, I'm often asked, which animal should I be then? And I just want to introduce to you, be the honey badger. Because the honey badger is maybe the most courageous animal in the world. I think he doesn't know that he's small, but just heading out to YouTube and check some videos, the honey badger is fighting big snakes, big lions, big pumas, and he's always winning. Because he has, sorry ladies, big balls, and he's just the most courageous animal out there. So if you want to be a digital animal, hey, go on with the honey badger and you will be very successful out there. So from this point, a few more words what you will need out there to handle all those challenges in the digital world in a fluid environment, in a lot of in VUCA, and you all know those buzzwords. So just be courageous like a honey badger. Don't have fear, don't back down. Just go your way and take all those challenges and do your thing, and it will be happen. So the second thing is, you need a lot of curiosity. You need to be fun with new technologies. You need to be curious about just testing something, going new ways you never done before, and always ask you, what can I do, what I have never done before, or how can I do it? And just with this curiosity, you will explore a lot more of digital opportunities you have at the moment. Third one is fun. So it will get tough out there in the digital world. And it's not going easier because we are just heading from one crisis to another. It's a lot of more easy to handle all those topics if you have fun out there. And so I just would recommend you to get a job which gives you a little bit fun, and maybe, like in our company name, drives your passion. Because when people believe in it, what they're doing, and see a lot of senseful things out there, they can develop a passion, and then they will be really, really successful and really drive those digitalization and help us here in Germany to go on from the very bottom of this digital advisory report, maybe to the top 10 or to the top. And one last thing from my point of view, go all in. It won't be happening and it won't work if you're not going all in with all your skills, with all your talents, with all your passion, with all you can bring into this game. So when you do something, when you do a new project, when you do a new job, go all in with all you can offer, and yeah, hopefully it will be successful at the end of the moment. So I'm very, very fast, and Teresa is smiling down there on the right from my side, I can see here. But we have a lot of times now for questions, for hey, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to ask me. I see 40 people in this chat. This is all about the slides at the moment. And hopefully I could give you an idea about how the digitalization is out there from my point of view in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and what it needs to get us from the almost lost place to the top 10. So thanks at the moment from my side. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything you want to know. We can discuss about the honey badger or the opossum or other animals. So stage is up to you now.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I mean, you show that statistic, you know, about like
Now I can't hear you anymore.
I can hear you. Jesus Christ, can you hear me?
Theresa, ist das nur bei mir oder ist es wirklich schlecht gerade?
No, can you just repeat? Because I think...
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear you.
So, I mean, I live in a small city, in German small city, and if you speak about, you know, the paper consume, I think it's a little bit tricky because, you know, we can match with China or...
Oh, you're lost again.
Maybe you try to use the chat.
And in India.
Because there was again a break.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, but there's already a question in the chat. So, are you working just with the DACH region? Are your company official language German?
The official language is Bavarian because we are based in the south of Germany in a very, very small city named Viechtach in the Bavarian forest. So yes, we are at the moment only working with customers in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, but of course we have international customers which have subsidiaries in USA or in Africa, of course. And yeah, but focus is at the moment in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, and our official language is German and a bad English like mine. It's hopefully okay.
Definitely.
So where is the one with the paper problem?
It's me. Luckily, I have a lot of cupboards in my house for all those binders full of my German paper problems. Yeah. Actually, how receptive is the general German community to digitization? Because I don't know about everywhere else, but in Berlin, it's pretty slow on the take, I have to say.
Yeah. So the administration is really, really far behind. That's the truth, the sad truth. There are a few pilot projects as well in our region here to get a digital Bürgerbüro. Therese, muss mir kurz helfen. Digital office for all those citizen office, I don't know, and to digitalize such few processes, but it could be a little bit faster from my point of view. And the absolutely craziest process is if someone sends me a PDF document, I have to print it out and subscribe it and scan it in and send it back via email. I hate this absolutely. So what we are doing here in our company, we are using DocuSign and just sign everything in digital. And I'm not working with any companies who do not accept this. So that's the reason why I'm not driving an Audi anymore as a car, because I cannot sign the leasing contract with DocuSign, and I'm hating this.
Good. It's lighting a little fire under their butts to change.
I don't know if they care about me, but it's always what you can do, you know? And yeah. I don't know, because when I don't drive any Audi, so okay, so what, me? But everything is what you can do. And if we all stand up and all say, no, we do not accept this anymore, we don't want to work like this anymore, and you can do it, hey, maybe we can change something.
I also don't drive a Tesla just for that reason, Christian. Not because I can't afford it. Thank you very much for the answer.
So I'm just looking in the chat. Yeah, remote job is of course no problem at our company. And how can we as juniors convince the companies that we have all this passion and all in attitude? So far, I speak with people who are looking for seniors with 3 years of experience and bachelor degrees. Where exactly does this honey type live? Yeah, I don't know, because I'm facing this problem as well during my career. You know, I just can explain how we are choosing our new employees. We are hiring people and not skills. And for me, it's more important to find the right people who are matching to our company values and matching to our team. And I'm absolutely convinced that everybody can learn everything if he just or she just wants to it. And I don't know, maybe just try it out. You have go all in as well in the recruiting phase and in this topic, and hopefully you find the right company. And of course you will have mistakes and you will have to change the company and have to leave it and go to another one, because that's what was I'm always experiencing through my career. I've been staying at a company in average 3.5 years. And everyone I headed to a next recruiting process, they say, hey, why are you leaving all 3.5 years? And I said, hey, I don't know. The story is told, the things are done, the projects are done, and I just want to learn something new. I want to come on, I want to go on, you know. And it was always a problem within this phase of my career. And now, since I have my own company and been a consultant, everyone is happy that I have so much and so different experiences and so much jobs done in the past. So what do you think the digitalization in 5 years would be? I don't know, because I don't know what's tomorrow happening. So the only phase I can mainly overlook or try to overlook are the next 3 months, and that's what we are planning in our company as well and in the projects. We do not have long-term plans because it doesn't work. I hope that we are all a little bit more digital, have smarter processes and so on and whatever, but I don't know.
Then there's also another question. So in which stage we would be in? Maybe, Mickey, I think it is also, if you are starting now, so in which stage will you be in, if I get the question correctly?
Sorry, it was related to the last question. What do you think the digitalization in 5 years will be? So you actually answered to the question.
Or not. As far as I could, I answered it, yes.
You also told us that you have children.
Yes.
Do you see any changes in the school? Because I have myself 80-year-old son, and the school is full of paper.
So that's a very big point. So I guess the school system and me will not becoming friends anymore in this life, because the German school system is, I don't think, 120 years old, and we are still educating our children in an absolutely wrong way. So, sorry, but just my personal opinion. So there has been a lot of things to be changed, of course. So my smallest son and just to tell you a personal story, is going to a Montessori school. I don't know if you're familiar with this schooling system or with these processes. So they are just one classroom, graded 1 to 4, and everyone works together and learns together. And this is very, very cool, and he likes it. He's now 14 days or 3 weeks maybe in the school at the moment. And I guess in these 3 weeks he has much more fun than I had in the 12 years I had to go to school. And he's very keen on it. He learns very, very easy and looking very good for the 3 weeks now. And my older son is 14, gone to a normal school because this wasn't possible in this time, and is now going to the middle school. It's awful. So they are educating them to get, I don't know what they should be, farmers or working in an industry machine. That's what they are learning, and not what's really needed in the future and at the work level. that's the sad truth
sorry.
from my point of view. Sorry for that.
So, thank you. And do you do anything privately to your children? Do you educate them personally? Sorry.
As far as it works, you know, a father can never educate his own children. I guess this doesn't work because I couldn't teach them skiing, I couldn't teach them biking. I don't know, say it doesn't work, but I try to transport all those values that are very important for me. So be courageous, be curious. Hey, trust is very, very important. Be honest to everyone on this planet and take care about it. That's what I can transfer to them and what I give them on their way. And of course, through my job and through my way of life and using much digital gadgets and so on, hopefully those two guys are getting a good start in this future world. And what I want to tell them as well is, because when the world is changing much faster and it's going more and more digital, because my parents can take this speed and can take all the changes. So it's up to me now to give them a hand and help them to handle all these. And that's what I mean with responsibility is as well very, very important in this point, in this topic. But I guess we are now drifting a little bit of the initial scope of this slot. Yes. My answer to the last question is because, just repeated, when I started a new job in 2007, the first thing I did was to digitalize the administrative processes, reducing paper consumption by 50%. So why are people playing opossum? Don't they see the benefits? My experience tells me that it's very hard to believe that they are to see really the benefits and believe in it, because they have not really experienced it. And this is what our job is, to take the fear from them, encourage them to do it, and test it. So test it in small steps, test it in a little scope, in a small project, and let them experience those benefits. And if you have done a small process, like, I don't know, a digital personal file, for example, or something like that, then the bigger projects will be going on as well, and they just will try it step by step. Otherwise, what I see as well is that a lot of companies trying to start the digitalization in their core processes. And this is very, very, very dangerous, because when you make a mistake in your core process or in your customer process, for example, then it really will hurt and really costs you a lot of money. And maybe some of those companies have tried these, get hurt, and then don't want to go on anymore. And this is what I'm experiencing as well. But you should not give up to convince them, and you should not give up to make these benefits will really happen. Yeah? What else are you doing to be green other than to donate for better environment? Because digitalization is by itself is not always good for the climate. That's correct, half the way. Because of course digitalization consumes a lot of energy. That's true. That's the other side of the medal. But it won't be more than 5 or 6% of the whole energy consumption a company or a country will have. So what else are we doing? We are taking care about our processes. We are taking care about not using too much paper. We are taking care about driving not so much by car, and do electro vehicles in our car park. And yes, just taking care about it. A lot of things. It's not just one. It's a mix of several things. So I was consultant in a world where I traveled from Fichtach in the Bavarian forest to Frankfurt for a meeting from half an hour. Hey, I won't do that anymore. But that was all-day business in the past.
Maybe also a question from my side. So where do you see the main obstacles when it comes to digitalization in the organizations?
One thing about digitalization is that it's you cannot delegate it. So it's always a topic for the board, for the managing directors, for the CFOs, CEOs, whatever. And when the board is not behind this topic, so it won't work. Did this answer your question?
Yes. So this is one point, but are there also other obstacles? So this is so one aspect that has to be given, that the board is or stays behind the project. But then when it comes to digitalize more processes, so how is it with the IT department, for example, or the people in the company, or where are other obstacles or some more?
Yeah, another obstacle is that not a really good change management has been done, and you lose people on this journey to the digital future. That's what I see, sadly, very often. So just going on, digitalize and process and so on. And you don't take all those people who are working with this process within this journey. And when I say all those people, it's not just the internal employees, it's as well your customers, it's as well your suppliers, it's everyone who is involved in this process. You always have to think it end to end, and you always have to build up on change management end to end. So from everybody who is connected to this process should be involved in this change management process as well. And this is as well an obstacle that it's not really good taking care in a lot of projects and a lot of companies. And as I mentioned before, don't start with the wrong thing. So don't start with a really core process. Hey, get your IT up and running, build up a very strong HR team or HR process in your company. Then just focus on service processes like, I don't know, paper-based process in the financial department or so on. You can digitalize that very, very easy with small efforts and gain quick wins within this, and then go on to your core process, then digitalize your production process or whatever when it comes to the real topic then.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Now I'm here.
Then maybe also, what was your first project, or also maybe your last project, or your most interesting project you had until now, where you say, okay, this was something special, or yeah?
So this is a very difficult question for me, because when we just look at the PASSION4IT history, every project is very special for me, and it doesn't matter if it's a project as we done Microsoft 365 for a very, very small company with 9 employees, and giving them the opportunity to work from home office with this. And it's very, very cool for all those 9 ladies. So it was only ladies working in this company. I don't know why, but it was very cool. And it's it's absolutely cool for me to do this project as well, to do digitalization for the HR onboarding process for the Billfinger company in USA with 30,000 employees. So it's every project we have done is special for me, and what counts is really the benefit we generate through the project, and it doesn't matter if it's big or small or whatever. So when it makes sense, when it brings the people really forward, and when it brings benefits to our customers, then I'm happy. And that's it.
Thanks. And maybe one last question that came into my mind. How much power has a junior web developer, for example, to initiate a change in the you know what I mean? Yes. So because our students, they are juniors, also, for example, in web development or AWS or online marketing, how much power or which possibility they have to initiate such a process?
I think it always depends, of course, at the company where they work, if they are really, if they are heard, if they are mentioned, of course. Hopefully, they all find a job in a company where this is happening and where they can drive their part in this digital race. Otherwise, as I told before, everyone has the chance to make a change to his own personal life, can make a change in the company, and can stand up and say, hey, this process is bullshit, so let's do it another way, or just try to optimize it. And of course, a junior web developer can always go all in, as I told you before, and build the best, the coolest web application, I don't know, which really leverages some benefits for the users. So everyone can do his part or her part, but and go and takes the initiative. Regarding governmental offices, would it even be possible? So one of my best friends works for Computer Center, and Computer Center has a lot of those country in North Rhine-Westphalia as customer. I still believe in the good, in the humanity, and I still believe that it can be happen. I'm not quite sure if I'm still working when it happens, but yeah, the possibility should be there.
Hope is the last thing we lose, huh?
Never give up the hope, you know.
Yeah, that's a tough one, I know.
Yes, so I think all those administrative things, governmental office, hey, it's really difficult, you know, but we cannot save the whole world in one day.
Right on, right on. Because I think that they are the people that uses the most amount of paper in this country, at least.
Exactly. Sad but true. So what we are doing at the moment is a lot of cybersecurity checks with also smaller towns and here in the region, and you don't believe what we are seeing there. It's unbelievable. But it's getting better and better. So it's not so fast as I would wish it, but it will be. So 5 minutes to go, I guess, Teresa.
Mm-hmm. So are there still some more questions from your side?
So there was one question where you can send your resume. Just check PASSION4IT DE. There's a career page. Go for it.
In the beginning, as in the first go, you had this as a goal. It came up as an idea, this company, or you were like driven there by circumstances and possibilities?
When I was founding the PASSION4IT, so
no, for the idea of digitalization, firma.
Yeah. So, so if I get it right, so what has driving me to found the PASSION4IT, right? My company now.
Correct.
Okay. So, to be very honest, it was one of the darkest moments in my life when I was founding this company, because there were two things happening. I'm always used to be successful in my career, and my last chapter in my employment career was to be managing director for Intersport, also for a sports consumer store. And I've always wanted to work in sports industry, because I do a lot of sports in my private life. And then I was the managing director there, and I just lost this job 4 weeks before Christmas due to some political reasons, and that was not so really funny for me. So it was 4 weeks to go for Christmas. It was winter. It was shitty weather here in Germany. It was always raining, and I was very not in a good shape, you know. And I just said, okay, hey, let's wait the next 4 weeks. Let Christmas and Sylvester go on, and then I'll take a new approach to a new chapter in this implemental career. Thank God I've changed my status in LinkedIn, and I had 4 customers wanted to work with me before I had founded the company. So it's all about networking. It's all about having good contacts. You always see another people more than twice in a life. So do a good job, be honest to everyone, and it will come back to you. And I was already working for those customers, for the first 4 customers, and the company wasn't already founded. So I just headed on and go to the legal offices and do all the stuff because I wanted to write an invoice and I had no invoice, no keine Steuernummer. Yeah. So I don't know. It just happened, and my grandma always says there's always a sense in everything that happens to you in your life, and maybe this was the one in this one, you know.
Hear ya. Thank you.
So then I would just jump in. Thank you very much, Christian, for your talk, for your insights, also for your story now. How did it come that you found Passion for IT? Yes, I would say it was very beneficial for us. Very cool insights. Also, thank you all for your questions. I would say they have been very interesting. And yes, so therefore, I wish you a great evening. Enjoy the last hour of the career fair, and see you soon.
Thank you, everyone, for your question and your attention. Have a good one.